Morning ladies, morning gents, hope you're all okay. It is Christmas Eve, so I would like to wish each and every one of you a wonderful Christmas. Merry Christmas to you all, and have a wonderful New Year. Be good to each other, share the love, and most of all, eat, drink, be merry, enjoy it. So what I've come on this morning to show you is a Christmas album that I've made. It's not very often that I make an album and it's for myself, but this time I wanted to make something for myself to put mine and my family's photos in for Christmas. I probably did go a bit overboard like I normally do, so bear with me. It is a very large album, and I wouldn't be surprised really if it lasted for the next 2 years. So we'll see how it goes, So I finished this last night, so it's all ready for snapping away and printing pictures and putting them in. So if I show you the album, I don't know how long this is going to take to get through because it is a very large album. So, please bear in mind that. So this is the album that I've made. There we go, that's the front. So what I've done on the front here is this is the Prima paper, Victorian Christmas Prima paper. Absolutely fell in love with this, couldn't get enough of it. And believe it or not, to make this size album with, you would need a good 2 12 by 12 pads. I only bought myself an A4 pad of the Prima paper, and I had to get another one, and I still ran out, and I tried to get another one and everywhere is sold out. So I've tried to do my best and use all the scraps and pieces of paper that I did. There was going to be a lot more photo mats in this, but obviously, as I said, I ran out of paper. So, if anyone does know where I can get one from that's not sold out, then please, I would be very grateful if you can let me know. So this album has 10 pages. Yes, it is very, very big and it is heavy. As you can see, that is massive and it is quite heavy and chunky. So this is the spine, and as you can see from that, just how thick and chunky that is. And this was actually so heavy that when I started making all the pages and putting it together, I then had to come back after and reinforce the spine. The spine is very thick, but I noticed it was so heavy with all the papers and the folds and things in it that the actual spine started bending in half that way, and sort of wanted to curve around like that, and that is not what I wanted it to do. So I did actually reinforce the spine, as you can hear. It came out quite well actually. All I done was stuck a very, very thick piece of chipboard over the back there, and then if you can see closely, I kind of moulded the paper around the chipboard like so. The back I've just left quite plain, simply because when it lays down on the table you need to be able to lay it flat, obviously. So I just used this and then put one of my borders down the edge there. This is actually a Spellbinders die on there, and then I used one of the little cut parts that I had spare over, backed that onto a bit of black and stuck that on there. So for the front here, I am actually a bit disappointed. I kind of had to make do with making my own flowers out of the scraps that I had. I did put in a Christmas order with Wild Orchid Crafts nearly 3 months ago to have some of their mulberry paper poinsettias sent out to me, different sizes. I did spend quite a bit of money because I wanted to get them, use them for all my Christmas bits that I was making, and they didn't turn up. I have emailed them backwards and forwards several times. They got back to me saying they were sorry. Eventually they was going to resend my parcel out to me. That was nearly 4 weeks ago. I still haven't got it. I am really, really disappointed, and I do spend quite a hell of a lot of money with that company. So as a customer, yes, I am very, very disappointed in one little Christmas parcel that, you know, they're not willing to sort of replace, you know, or send out to me and find out what's happened to it. So yeah, I don't know if I'll be going back to them anymore. I don't really want to be spending, you know, I have before gone onto their site and I have had to restock a lot of my flowers, and I've spent nearly £200 with them. And I do not want to be spending that amount of money if a parcel's going to go missing and they can't be bothered to find out where it is. So yeah, I probably won't be bothering to use them anymore. A bit disappointed really, for a great company. So what I've done here, obviously I've used the red spotty on the background there. Put the holly paper around the spine, folded it round, and used the Spellbinders die to create this lovely border up here. Some of the tags packets, I should get a couple of little packets like this with tags and bits in, and labels. So I've used 3 of those on the front, stuck one behind there and then one there which I've popped up onto dimensional pads, and one there which is on dimensionals. And then I have I think it's Sherry and Lynn die, poinsettia die, that I've used to cut out all the flowers that are through the album. And then I used the paper, the scraps of the paper, to like cut these out with, and then I just laid them all on a mat and put glittery glue over the top of them to give them a bit of a shiny effect. And then I cut one out in black, which I've cut apart just to create these little leaves under here. And then I've used one of my flower dies. Again, this is the little leaf die, sorry, that I got free from one of my eBay sellers, and I don't know what it is because it just came in a clear pack, but I love it, use it all the time. And then I use this one here as well. I can't remember what one that is either. I think that's from, oh, tick tick tick, brain's ticking, I've not woke up yet, please forgive me. Oh, I can't remember what that is. I'll come back to you, and the box is buried over there somewhere, so with all my dies in. Yeah, but I just cut this apart, used a little bit there and a little bit tucked in here, a bit of decoration. It has come out nice, I am pleased with it, but as I said, it's not really what I wanted. I wanted my, you know, ones from Wild Orchid Crafts, but hey ho, we can't win everything, eh? So this is the first page, and as you can see with this laid down, it does lay nice and flat, so the pages can go either way. So on this first page here, I'm trying to hold this up because it's so heavy and show you as best as I can, so please bear with me. So on this side here, I've created a pocket here. Again, put my die in there, and these are some of the little tickets from the pack. Put my poinsettia on there with a little flat back in the middle. These are the journaling cards, the 3x4 journaling cards. So I've just used these all the way through. And then obviously there's a mat in there, a photo mat tucked in there, like so. in there. And then this opens out this way. So you have another photo mat in here and another journaling card there. And then there's a larger pocket on this side, which I've placed a photo mat into on there, and then used the die across the top of the pocket there, and then created another little pocket there with the border punch across there. And there's just another little journaling card in there, and then that closes over that way. And on this page here, again, there's just a pocket at the back here that I've used like an edge with. Created that gorgeous photo mat to go in there. These papers really do speak for themselves. I didn't have to waste time. I was actually thinking by the time I'd made this, oh, get in there. Why are you not going in? Oh, that's better. By the time I finished making this, I was kind of, oh my God, look at all the embellishment I've got to do now. But these papers really do lend themselves to each other. So I really didn't have to do a lot at all. I just, you know, sort of die cut a few little flowers and use the tickets on there. And then with the journaling cards as well in there, it kind of speaks for itself. I think too much on there would have been over the top. And then in the end of each page, there's another photo mat we place on both sides for photos. Goes back in there. And then on this side here, I've created another little pocket across the front there. I just decorated that, and in there again there is another photo mat which I've left plain on the back. The reason I did leave them plain on the back, I would love to have decorated them, but is simply the fact of I ran out of paper, designer paper. Really would love to have done more with it, you know, covered the other side of the mats and things, but you know. And then that folds down that way like so, so you've got place for photos there and there, and that just magnetizes back up there. This side here, this is actually a pull out like so, paper on the inside of both of them and on the back, and then that's on the front as just a little pocket in there with the gorgeous little journaling cards like so tucked in there. And then on the actual page here, I've created this pocket here that has the little journaling cards in, and then you've got the bigger pocket there with the photo mat inside. Again, I would have loved to put another photo mat in this side as well, but ran out of space, ran out of paper. No, can't get that back in there now. There we go. And that just slides on back in there like so. And then on the next page, again, I created this little flap on the front here. I would have loved to put another photo mat in there, but ran out of paper again, so just had to use that for a little journaling card on there. And then that opens out that way, and there would have been another photo mat in here as well, but there's a journaling card. And then obviously the lovely Christmas tree paper one on there. And then on this side, I've just created this belly band. This belly band does actually come apart. It lifts up and down, just to allow a little bit more room once you've got your photos on there. And then I've just created these 3 photo mats just sitting there, and obviously you can space there for putting a picture on, and then that just clips back on there like that. And on this page here, there was going to be another photo mat in there. Again, had to use a journaling card. And then this one actually folds up this way. Not too sure if you can see that on the camera. Let's lay that down a second so you can see that. And then this bow undoes here, and that's another little space there for, you know, putting journaling in, or a couple of little photos in there. And that just ties back up like so. And then there's just, oh, I'm going to pick this up again. And then there's space underneath here, obviously, for a photo. And there's another mat in the sides there. On this page here, I've just created a couple of little flaps to sort of fold out. I've got the gorgeous paper on the front of here. I absolutely love this paper. Love, love, love. And then that folds out that way, which has got a little photo mat in there. There's a couple of pockets on that side, and the journaling card in there. And then this one here, you can place another photo on there if need be. And then again, that folds out that way, and it's got another photo mat and a journaling card in there, and then place for a photo on that side. And then that closes up onto magnet. And then on this side here, I just created this large pocket because I wanted to put a couple of different size mats in there, but again, no paper left, so could only do the one little one with the scraps that I had left. And then just put the flower and the ticket on the front there. On here, I created these two flaps in, you know, different angles, just to sort of pretty it up a bit. They were going to have all photo mats in. I suppose you could stick photos on the back of there, really, or you could put one on there, you know, and then use the card for journaling on. That just goes in there like that, and then that opens out that way, so you've got place for a photo on there. And then this side again, just place for a photo or a little journaling card, and then that one opens out that way, so you've got place for a photo there and one on that side. And they just close up onto the magnets there. And again, there's another card in the end of that page. Yeah, like so. And then over this side, I've done something a little bit different. So what we have here is I've used two of my metal embellishments, and these actually just swivel round, so that folds down that way, and you can put a little tag in there and stick a photo along the top there. And then on the bottom here as well, that one folds up, so you could place a photo across there and then put little tags in there. And then also these fold down like so. So that's the bottom one, and there's just a couple of little journaling spots in there. And then also the top comes up as well, if you can see that. So you've got the tiny little, I just took one of the journaling cards and cut it in half to tuck in that tiny little spot there. And then they just clip down like so. On this page here, again, I created a couple of little flaps. Excuse me, just let me get a sip of my tea. Oh, lovely. Yeah, created these little flaps, so you got a bit more room on this one. This one at the front here has just a little card in there. Again, just cut one of the journaling cards apart. This is actually a pocket. It has another journaling card tucked in there, and that just magnetises to that. And then that folds down if you can see that, there's another little pocket on the other side with another little cut apart journaling piece there. And then this mat here is for a photo to go on, and then just this little plain one tucked in the corner there, and then that folds down again, place for a photo on there with another little card in the bottom there, and then place on the top here for a large photo, just a little journaling card tucked in there, and then they just fold up like so onto there. Oh. On this page, 2 more flaps on this one. This front one has a photo mat in there, and created a little pocket to go on the front there, just for a little journaling card to go in there, and then that folds out that way. And then here you can place another photo that folds out that way, so you have place for another photo, 2 photos in there, and actually pulls out from there as well. So there's place for photos all the way through that, and that just slides back in now. Sorry, they're not going in too easy, it's because of the way I'm holding it and trying to show you. And that closes across there, and then this flap, obviously there's a little pocket on there with a journaling card, and then that folds out again, so there's more space for photo, and another little journaling spot on this side here, and then that folds up and folds up again on there. Here again I have created the 2 little flaps and then placed them in different angles to create the look on the front there. There's a photo mat in that pocket, and then this one folds up, so you have another place for a photo and a journaling card on the top there. And then this flap at the bottom is another photo mat tucked in there, and then that one folds down, so there's another place there for a photo and a large photo on there, and then they just close up like that onto the magnet. And again there's a photo card in the side there, you can put photos on both sides of those. Let's have that back in now. So this side here I just created a belly band, so stuck the paper on the back, create the belly band to go across the middle. It is quite a thick belly band, and then stuck the flower on the front with a ticket. And then in here is, I've made a little booklet type thing that opens up. I just left the inside plain, so you can put either 2 large photos on there or do like a little collage thing with your photos on the middle there. Again, would love to have put paper in the middle, but ran out. This side here I created 2 little pockets on the front here. These both open and close with magnets, and they just hold the little journaling cards in the front there. So that one folds out, and you can use the fronts and the backs of these to, you know, pop pictures on as well. And there's another little journaling card in the bottom one there as well. That opens out, and then there's a place there for a photo with a little journaling card tucked in there, and then that opens out that way, so you can put another 2 large pictures on there, and they just close up like so. This side here, oh, that one's come undone, never mind, I wanted it undone to show you anyway. Again, these are 2 flaps that fold either way, so I've not put no little tuck spots or anything on these ones, just left it plain. Or you can put, you know, a couple of little photos down on there. and then again that side, and then they open out like so. There's lots of room for photos. I actually lost count when making this, how many photos could go in it, and I didn't do a final count. At the time I did do a count, I only had 5 pages made at the time. That needs tightening up on now. It keeps swiveling round. I only had 5 pages made at the time, and we counted space for 79 photos. Since then, I've added another 5 pages, plus the back page. So I'll tighten that up later. It keeps slipping off. This side here, layered these flaps like this, and then that one folds out that way with a little tuck spot there. That one folds out that way with a tuck spot there, and then there's place for a card to go in the ends there. Over this side there's a pocket, large pocket with photo mat in there, smaller pocket on the front, again just this little tuck spot for cards there. This side here is just a large flap. Didn't want to embellish that in any way because the picture on the front I think is quite beautiful, and that just opens out with room for photos and pocket in there. And then finally to the back page. This one here, so that folds down like so. That one actually comes up like that. So it all folds together like so. And then this page here, created a waterfall on the back here. So that goes down, that comes up. And there's actually 8 of these on here. So lots more room for putting pictures and things in here. Like so. And then that just holds together like that with a band. And then there's a little pocket in the side here as well that has a photo mat slipped in there. So at a push, I reckon you would easily get 100, probably to about 150 photos in this one album. So that's why I was saying it was quite large, and it probably, I mean, you can see how big it is. It could probably last me for about 2 years. But I have intentions to start making these every year. I think it would be an absolutely wonderful idea to start making these, putting pictures in. You know, as the kids are getting older now, so when they have their partners and grandchildren and they can share it with them, etc. So it's just a lovely idea and a reminder of our Christmases we've had together. So thanks ever so much, guys, for coming by and watching. Have a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year, and love to you all. Mwah. Merry Christmas, everyone.